A new art installation set to officially be unveiled in Jersey City later this month is already the talk of the town. The sculpture, called Water's Soul, stands 80 feet tall. Water's Soul was designed by artist Jaume Plenza. He says the sculpture is meant to unite Jersey City and New York City. The sculpture will officially be unveiled October 21st. Welcome back. New Jersey was the only state in the country that didn't allow you to sell baked goods from your home. But that's now changed. It is now legal to sell your homemade pies, cakes, and cookies. Martha Rabello with the New Jersey Home Bakers Association helped to make that happen.
Thank you for agreeing to do this. I know you've been working on this for a long time, trying to get it so that home bakers can sell their goods in New Jersey. Can you tell me what you've run up against until this point?
Well, I joined the effort around 7 years ago, and our bills would always go unanimously through Assembly, and they will always die in Senate because there were concerns in regards to food safety. And once we figured after the fourth or fifth time that our bills were getting stuck in Senate indefinitely, we decided to pursue a lawsuit because we were working with the Institute for Justice, and that's how it was done in Wisconsin. So then while our lawsuit was happening, we found out that the Department of Health was working on adding new regulations for cottage food producers. So then we participated in these meetings, and it finally happened.
Wow. And so you've been at this for a long time. Congratulations. I should point out that New Jersey is the last state in the country to do this. And that in and of itself is a little embarrassing. I think that there's a lot of home bakers that could have used this, could have used the extra income during the pandemic. So it happened just after that. I'm sorry, did you want to comment on that?
No, yes, it was the pandemic, even more so, accentuated things that we were hearing over and over again. We, from working on this, we met with people that were disabled and could only work from their home, and they wanted to be able to do this. We met military spouses that traveled around a lot, so it would be easier for them to do this. We met with people that just needed to supplement their income. Right. And not have it be a full-time thing, and people that have kids that need full 24/7 care, and they need to stay home with their kids, and they also would like to do something like that. So, once the pandemic hit and everybody was struggling, even more so, it was proved that this is something that the state needed.
Now, there's going to be a lot of people that heard about this and are thinking to themselves, oh, I'm a pretty good baker, I'm going to start this too, which I'm sure you welcome. But there are a lot of limitations put on by the state. Could you explain some of them for the people that do it now, and also the people that now want to try starting it?
Yes. So there are a few requirements that the baker needs to have before applying for a permit. You need to have a food manager's license to ensure that the home baker knows all the proper food handling and safety measures that handling food requires. You need to have, if you have you need to have water tested, and there's a lot of items, but there are some items that you can't produce at home because you're only limited to non-TCS items, which means non-temperature controlled. So, but still, it's a very long list of what you can do. I mean, roast coffee, chocolate candy, cakes, cupcakes. Some fruits, pumpkin pie for some reason is not allowed because it has a high water content. But I think, the list is limited, but you can definitely work things out. It's not as limited as it sounds once you figure it out what you have to do for it.
Where can people find these restrictions and the list of what they're allowed to make?
Yes, it's on the Department of Health published it yesterday. You can now apply for permits. In the middle of the afternoon yesterday, it became available on the Department of Health's website. You can apply for a permit right now, and it has a full list of all the requirements and the limitations.
Does this open up your home to inspection now?
No. An inspection can be done if there is a complaint.
Now you're a home baker, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What do you make at home?
Well, I used to have a business I used to sell cookies that work really well with espresso.
So what is next for you? Because your plan, what you're going to do next, the details of that may also help other people who would like to bake at home. So after you get your permits and you're all set, what's the next step for you?
Well, for you firstly, to get your permit, you need your your food manager's license. You need a water test if you have a well, and you might need some other requirements that are on the website. And then for you to have a business, it's good practice for you to have an LLC or some other sort of business formation that the person should talk to their accountant to see what works best for their setup. And
Right.
once that's in order, you can advertise on social media and you can have a website for marketing. You can't ship. The sales have to be in person and within state. So you can't ship things, but you can receive payment through the internet. You only have to deliver the goods in person or in vendors and farmers markets.
Well, it sounds like the state is still pretty oppressive for people who want to bake at home. Is there competitive reasons for that? Do you suspect that they don't want you to compete with bakeries, more established bakeries?
Well, coming from no cottage food law at all, I don't find it oppressive. And also, I went to pastry school and I worked a little bit in a professional kitchen, and I worked in this small kitchen in Brooklyn. And just because of the setup, 1 hour in a commercial kitchen, you can produce way more goods than any residential kitchen. I worked in this very small kitchen and we were pumping out hundreds of baked goods every day. So even it's not a matter of competition, because a home kitchen can never produce the amount and the volume that any commercial kitchen can produce, even the smaller one.
No, I get it, but hundreds of home bakeries might be able to take a chunk out of their sales, even if it's 10%. That's significant. But I'm glad for you. I'm glad it happened. Congratulations. I know you've been hard at work at this, and thanks so much for talking to us today. And please tell us when you start selling from home in the name of your business, and let us know how it's going.
Of course. Thank you.
Martha Rabello, the New Jersey Home Bakers Association. Coming up next on Jersey Matters.
It's National Hispanic Heritage Month, and coming up next, we'll introduce you to a family that's passed down the art of mariachi music for 4 generations.